One take, one take, one take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head, NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live from my home. This is NBA One Take, May 11th, 2024. Game 3, Eastern Conference semis between the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. The Garden was packed and they was rocking. They was rocking. But it looked like the Celtics had different plans for the Knicks. They had different plans for the Knicks, and they smashed the Knicks. They was all on them. They was just on them. The Knicks had not had it going. Jalen Brunson, Bully Brunson, whatever you want to call him, he had 27. It was a tough, hard 27, but wasn't able to get it done. And Karl Anthony Towns had 21 and 15. The Celtics with the damn near must win. The Knicks are still up 2-1. Now the next game will be at the Garden again for Game 4. And for everyone is saying this is the most important game of the season for the Knicks. They feel because the Boston Celtics are the defending champs that if they win it and have to go back to Boston, where there's a history of we already know what the history is. But it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something that Game 4 because the city is on fire. The city is really trying to do what they can for the Knicks. Uh, you got people telling Spike Lee, stay away because you're the reason why they jinxed it. You got a lot, but for the game, Tatum he had 22 and 9, Jalen Brown 19, Derek White 17, Al Horford had 15 and 9. But it was really Peyton Pritchard, man. He was underrated in this game as well. He had some great minutes. He had finished with 23, and he was really good. Peyton Pritchard, we don't hear too much, even though he won 6 man here. You don't hear too much about him, but he really was really a real spark for the Celtics in this game. And the Knicks really have to buckle down. They have to really buckle down on it. I mean, the Celtics continue to shoot threes at a really alarming rate. I think that the Knicks need to buckle down on certain things. Rotations. I'm not going to say too much about that. I just hear that nothing. Always an ongoing complaint with the diehard Knicks fans about this. But this is something. This is something. This is really crucial for the Knicks. They need to win Game 4. You got to go 3-1 with a stranglehold on it. You cannot lose Game 4 and then go up 2-2 to Boston's Garden in the pivotal Game 5 and think you're gonna win. No, that's not gonna happen. So the Knicks is gonna have to use every ounce of energy in this game to the next game to make sure they get that win. All right. The next game of the night is Game 3 between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Golden State Warriors. Now, the Warriors was really trying to win this game. Trying to win it. You're at home, but it was just not happening. And Draymond Green, he fouled out with tempers flaring, and it's just not happening for Golden State. Despite Jimmy Butler finished with 33, Jonathan Kuminga had 30. Hey, I'm gonna talk about Kuminga. He had 30. No one else is doing anything. You need Steph. You even heard Ant-Man Anthony Edwards say, "Oh yeah, y'all fitting to get Steph back." Um, Game 4, Game 5, and it's just, and he said that's a GP too, and but I don't know. I just don't know because Ant Man is not playing. Ant Man he finished with 36. Julius Randle had a triple double, 24, 12, and 10. If you getting this kind of production from Julius Randle, and Jalen McDaniels had 15. They're really controlling this series with Gobert and they're controlling this series. Yeah, Steph is out, but you still got to play. Yeah, at the end of the day, you still got to play. I like some of the Steve Kerr trying to got to make Draymond a score. Draymond has to be somewhat of attack on an offensive end. Got to lead that attack, and then you do things defensively. People will keep complaining about this whole thing with Kaminga and everything else like that. We already know where the situation is coming from upstairs, right? It's coming upstairs. That's why he's not playing. Did he lose confidence? Yeah, he did. But is he trying to work his way into the game and try to win this or anything? Yeah, he wants to. You know, he has a championship. Not saying, you know, he has a championship, but not a championship he really too much contribute to. But the past several seasons, he's been a real integral part in what the Warriors is doing. So this is a big game going into game 4. We don't know what's going on with Steph. I think he's going to be reevaluated on a day-to-day basis with this hamstring. But we just don't know. And I don't think playoff Jimmy can even get this. He can't do this. That guy, Ant-Man, is a different animal on the other end. Okay? He's a different animal. He's a different type of animal. Meaning you need overall production from at least 3 players to offset what him and Randall is doing. And I don't think the Warriors have enough. I think they're really, really much in trouble. But this is NBA One Takes Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.